Welcome to the Music Plug Podcast. Join me, your host, Pentadrums, as I take you through the captivating world of Uganda's music industry.
Sometimes I just sit there and hum something to myself.
That's why you listen to the song. It's like, love me, I no go treat you bad.
So there's a moral right and an economic right.
Catch all the exclusive interviews featuring musicians, songwriters, producers, and many more. The Music Plug, a double dose of vibes and info. Welcome to another exciting episode, another fascinating episode of the Music Plug podcast. I'm your host, Pentadrums. Our guest today is the incredibly talented XED256. If you've heard the song Kumba, the mastermind behind that song is right here with me in studio. Zed, you're most welcome to the Music Plug podcast.
Thank you, Pentadrums.
Yeah, so Zed, share a little bit more about yourself to our listeners.
Hey, I am XED256. I am a musical artist, songwriter of all genres and a creative.
Zed, I want us to kick this off with your song, Kumba. The Music Plug.
John Vibes made it.
Kanku twale 40 boba senga betale. Kanku kube mbaga anti wafu nyentale. Tata oya kumba XED256. Mkwaga loku kama la mobona wenda bie.
So Zed, I have a question about this song because you blended two genres, two musical styles, and that is hip-hop and amapiano. Okay? But primarily you are an R&B star based on the catalog available on the different delivery platforms where you've published your music. So why did you sort of blend, these musical genres?
Personally, I believe that music is unity. One is that you can't, music is unity to a point that can't just do music out of one instrument or music out of one word or music out of it's very many things uniting together or very many people uniting together. You can't do it without a guitarist or a producer or I believe that music is unity to me. And secondly is that I am that one person that believes that me saying I am specifically attached to one genre, it's limiting to me.
Yeah.
I can't be a hip-hop artist. Me, personally, I believe that if I'm an artist, I'm an artist. And I can do whatever I want to do with music. I can do rumba, I can do amapiano, I can do drill, I can do
Zuku.
Hip-hop, Zuku, whichever comes. If that is what God has sent at that particular time, if that is what has inspired me at that particular time, then that's what I will do. So, I highly believe and say that I'll always do my music in a unity format. And a unity format starts with me combining different genres, because that song has two genres, but it actually has three in one. How? The amapiano you're hearing and the start is that long time amapiano. It's the amapiano of a wedding, like the mafikizolo kind of, style. Like it's a wedding kind of style. Then, as you go and proceed, you're going to actually listen to our current amapiano, which was trending for a very long time and which is actually still trending in South Africa. So I wanted to pull those audiences because there are those particular people that actually love the mafikizolo amapiano, the long time amapiano. Like my mom, my dad, they understand that chaka chaka kind of style. They understand the mafikizolo kind of style, and they get the message easily through that. You get, because my point here is to send a message. Mostly, my most important part here is sending the message, and for me to send the message to these people, I have to do it in different ways. I have to use genres, a mixture and unity of genres. So that's why you're hearing the long time amapiano. Then as you go, you're going to hear that kind of current amapiano. Then the hip hop.
You
for
burst
the
into
people.
hip hop
Exactly.
all of a sudden.
So in actual sense, that song is generational to a point that I'm not even scared of it becoming a hit someday or now, because I know it will always reach someone, because it hits different whenever someone else listens to it, because if it has hip hop, Gen Z is going to understand. Gen Y is going to understand. The alphas are going to understand. You get? So that is my point. That is how I write my music. I write it in a generational format.
Oh, that's great. Now, I'd like to tap into the beginning of your musical career. Was it like a natural kind of evolution for you to get into music, or were you were there factors that sort of inspired you? If you could share a little bit about that.
First is that I was inspired by my mom. Like, she made me love music even more, because she was a musician herself. She actually has records out. But she loved that, and she listened a lot to music, like reggae, the love songs, the R&B. I'm
really interested to and sort of know if like she has some songs out there.
Yeah.
If I could check them out.
But they're not distributed or something like that. But she has released like 5 songs.
5 songs.
Fully produced.
Wow.
So she was naturally, she loved reggae way too much. I grew up listening to her, listened to different kinds of music like Chaka Chaka, Bob Marley, Lionel Richie, like Madonna. And all that got stuck into my mind. And right now in me, I feel like I just needed to push this a little bit more, because maybe my mom didn't get the chance to push it. Like, she had to push it, or maybe she
also
didn't get
the platforms, maybe.
Exactly. Maybe she didn't get the opportunity that I have, or the opportunities that I have. So that is why I'm actually going to, like, that is something that keeps me moving. And she actually taught me a lot about me writing the message. Like, she told me that message can be delivered to people in different ways. And she taught me the impact of messages in a song. Because she was too attached to the music, that she was too attached to like a Dube or Bob Marley. And she used to be like, wow. And she used to change sometimes through music. Like, she listens to like a Dube's track and she's like, wow, guy was right. So that is how I started, taking message in music so serious, and music really serious. So it also helps me in my writing and everything. So that is it.
So, in the beginning phases of artists, creative artists, but specifically we'll concentrate on music. When musicians are starting out in their careers, they normally focus on honing their skills, improving their skills in that musical craft over financial gain. When did you sort of decide to go commercial and say that, you know what, I need to monetize this music, I need to get revenue out of it? When did you go commercial with your music?
I started going commercial. One, when I joined MCI Media Hub, or Media Challenge Initiative. I was doing music before that. I had tracks out before that. I had like 4 tracks or like 6 tracks before that. But I was just doing it out of passion and stuff like that. So when I joined Media Challenge Initiative, I actually realized, okay, people aren't from content. So I did, because of the surroundings and my friends I actually got after that, I realized that, okay, now I need to do research on this. I need to get this kind of knowledge on how I can monetize my content. I need to do this to actually earn from this. So I really took it serious in like 2022. That is when I released my song called Eddie Baby.
Eddie Baby, yeah.
Which I did like 3 years ago. But then it became a hit. That's recent. If you've listened to that.
Yeah.
No more love, yeah. So I did it 3 years ago. And that goes back to the point that my music is generational. It does not matter whether it's a hit now or later on, because it is generational. It has hip hop, R&B, a mixture of different genres, back and forth. It will still become a hit anytime, anything. So that is me making it commercial. Started in like 2022. That's when I started distributing my music to different platforms and publishers and working with different people to make sure that, okay, now I am performing and I have to be paid to perform. So that is when I actually realized that, if journalists or if people just put up content
and then
you get paid, then what about me who puts my time and money and you understand?
Yeah.
Because I've seen journalists benefit from their content and stuff like that. So through the journalists kind of part, I picked some knowledge and some things that I can actually put into my music. So it helped. So 2022, that's when I really made it commercial.
Okay, so XED256, are you ready for this other question? It's a hard one. It's a tough one. Are you ready? You're ready.
Yeah.
So there's a TikTok video that I saw some time back, and you were delivering some, I'd say, verbal blows to someone. You get it? And that person is a media personality. I'll use the name Samson. Samson. Okay. It's not his real name, but let's, for the sake of this conversation, let us use Samson. So, and what I picked from that is that, and of course there are other videos where you're commenting about things, and that is social commentary, where you see a certain thing that you don't agree with, and then you come out and comment about it. And lots of artists out there have done it. The classic example is Bobby Wine. He has always been a social, kind of commentator, like making comments about this and that. So what is the essence of social commentary? What does social commentary mean to you?
Okay, like I said, I believe and highly believe that music is a way, it is like a container to deliver a message, isn't it? You have to be a philosopher, you have to be a messenger. And messengers, there is both positive and negative in what we deliver. You feel me? And like I said, I've learned from people like Lakedobe, Bob Marley. And you know what I'm talking about when I speak about those people.
Yeah.
They used to say something and deliver it, to get it from the poor person out there or someone that can't speak to become sort of like a mouthpiece. Exactly. Perfect. So what I'm trying to say is that when you see something that, because my point here is to actually add up to this industry in a positive format and to create positive impact. You feel me? Change narratives. You feel me? So I highly believe that, you know what? If I see something that is not going on, I need to actually, if it's messing up the industry or if it has indoctrination into it, then I have to make sure that it's right. Like I have to show people my side and what I think. I'm not actually telling them to change, but I have to because we have followers, we have fans, we have people that actually look up to us or like follow us. So they would want to know what we have in mind about certain kind of things.
But there are artists who refrain from commenting and they're like, let me draw a line between this music that I'm doing and then, commentary about social kind of issues. You get it? There are those who... What do you think about them?
There is a difference. We're different people. We all don't have the same the same reasons as to why we joined music. Feel me? Yeah. Like it's totally different. You feel me? I would be like, man, I can't sing about certain content because how would my little brother hear? Or how would my son that would be born here, dad sing or uncle, or, my nephews and nieces hear me sing. So the truth is that we have different reasons as to why we joined this stuff. You're a journalist, but there are different reasons as to why you're a journalist and other people are journalists as well. So I don't blame them. Because for them, they're actually thinking about their image of they want to be good, but I'm not.
Say they remain neutral about things.
Exactly, but in actual sense, as a man, not just even as a musician, but as a man, you actually have to stand and
up for what you believe in,
and people have to
speak
know your
out.
side. Yeah.
I get you. So artists often draw inspiration from certain experiences they go through. There are many examples out there they are revolutionary kind of artists, like the likes of Dube. You pointed out Mali. And then here we've had Bobby Wine, Robert Chagulanyi. Growing up in the ghetto sort of informed the direction of his music. It sort of became his identity. And he had a set of beliefs. He had a philosophy of life which was connected to the ghetto. Do you have a certain set of principles or beliefs that you're attached to, which sort of shapes the kind of content you deliver in your music?
Yeah. Actually, I believe if there are core things I would want to put out there is masculinity, men masculinity.
Yeah.
I always tell people I won't bend a knee while proposing. I sound weird. I always tell people I won't bend a knee, but why would I bend a knee, man? I'm a man, and I know very many people are actually going to be like, "How do you say that?
Yes.
Like, will you even get a wife? Will you?" I won't. I'd rather skydive proposing it. I'd rather propose on a skydive or something than, bending a knee. You feel me? Because that's I'm giving you an example.
Yeah.
Of men masculinity.
Yeah.
So I highly believe that, and I also want to put to show people that we're Africa. That's why in my songs I usually say Fort Porto ni Dubai. Fort Porto in that statement means
the background and Africa.
Africa. Dubai is Dubai. It is out of Africa, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Fort Porto is like Africa is Dubai. But right now you can't tell that to someone and they agree. But the fact is that
trying to
Dubai,
mess with them.
No.
their
What I'm
minds.
trying to say is that Dubai is building.
It's just buildings.
We have a lot more. Like we're 80% richer than any country. Resources and everything, blah 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 blah. Our weather, our climate. It rains now, and in 5 minutes it shines. That is a blessing. Like we have, tourism. We have, you understand? We have things that people come into our country or into Africa to see. I'm starting slowly by merging genres to show that I am localizing drill. I'm localizing, I'm doing hip hop, but I'm adding my Rutoro, my Luganda, my Ankole and then I add English to merge so that someone in the UK can understand what I'm talking about. You
They can all tap into the psyche of this song.
Exactly. But without me messing up the culture. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like one thing I wouldn't want is us messing up the culture, because culture is what defines us.
So that's one of your core principles.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So what are some of your future plans or prospects for your music?
Besides me fulfilling my task or obligation of like putting my message out there, most importantly the message of love, unity, like it's something I would want to spread.
Yeah.
Like love and unity and peace, like and people loving Africa more than I'm tired of seeing people actually fly out like Africa, Uganda and Tanzania. You get. But realistically, we can still stay in our continent in Africa. But I'm seeing more of our people want to actually just leave and go to the snow.
The country. Yeah.
So I would want to change the narrative, and if I change the narrative to a point that there is an impact, then I would want to raise more young, talented people that don't have a chance, but manage them. I would want to have a label someday and stuff like that. I already have a digital label, but I would want to have like a real musical label, like physical
label,
where I hold on to some people that don't have a chance.
All right. So now I want to get into a segment where you're going to give us some solo vocals, some real pure vocals, a punchline from any of your songs. You ready? Okay, take it
I'm
away.
always ready.
Take it away.
Baby, let me talk to you, holder. Oli motora kafesi ninkarora. Oli mugigo mutima gwa malaika. Kuna byone birungi byawe byona. Bad things to be done, you're right now. Good thing is I'm glad that you're alright. I'ma blow, I'ma give it to you all night. Temperature reason I'm pouring the water. So lover, I love ya. Better sit down on the sofa. Never fall down, I'ma warm ya. Never fall down, I'ma hold ya. Oh my, no more love, yeah. Dani amundase. Alinge andose. She calls me Eddie, baby. Oh my, no more. Dani amundaze, alinge andoze. She calls me Eddie, baby.
Wow. Bro, I have no words for you. The Music Plug, a double dose of vibes and info. So Z256, give us your parting shot.
Oh, well, I would tell people to actually love and forgive more. Like go stream my music, like see what more I've got. Let's see revolution in music. Let's go stream my music at Z256, Z with an X, XED256, and let's experience more. There's another tune coming out soon, and I'll make sure I'll be coming back here and we'll show it off. Like we'll premiere it and see how it goes.
The Music Plug, a double dose of vibes and info. You heard it right there from Z256. Zed, big thanks for coming on the Music Plug podcast.
Thank you.
And that wraps up today's session of the Music Plug podcast. To all the beloved listeners of the Music Plug podcast, great thanks. I appreciate your company. You can get the Music Plug on MCI Radio UG, and be sure to connect with me on all my socials under the name Pentadrums. Stay well and stay blessed.